For the following quadratic polynomial, find 1. The equation of the axis of symmetry, 2. The coordinate of the vertex, 3. The vertex form y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. Alright, so the coordinate of the vertex is, if we had the vertex form, the coordinate of the vertex is just the values hk. And in particular, if we had the coordinate of the vertex, the equation of the axis of symmetry is just x equals whatever the x-coordinate of the vertex is. So really, I think the vertex form is the first thing that we should work on here. So to get the vertex form, there's two different methods. One method is to use completing the square. So in order for that to work, what we do is we separate the terms with x's in the quadratic away from the constant. And then to complete the square, remember the process here is to take whatever values multiplying x, divide it by 2. So negative 4 over 2 is negative 2, and then we square it. So negative 2 squared is positive 4. Now, normally we would add 4 to both sides of the equation, but we're not working with both sides of the equation. We're working with the inside of the parentheses and the outside of the parentheses on the same side of the equation. So to balance everything out, we subtract 4 on the outside. All right, so then that gives us f of x equals x minus 2, because this just factors into x plus half of this number here, squared. And 8 minus 4 is 4. So that is the vertex form. So this is the answer to part 3, actually. The vertex itself is 2 and 4. So remember, we take the opposite of this number and the literal of this one. And so that's the answer to part 2. And then the axis of symmetry is going to be x equals 2, and it's just a straight line going through the x-coordinate of the vertex, so that's the answer to part 1. Now, the alternate method is to use the vertex formula, and the vertex formula gives you the equation of the vertex directly. It's negative b over 2a, comma, f of negative b over 2a. Sometimes it's easier than the completing the square, sometimes it's harder. It really is difficult to tell from the outset. But what we would do here is we would say it's negative b over 2a, so it would be the opposite of negative 4, which is 4, over 2 times 1. All right, so that's going to be 2, so then this would be f of 2. So 2 comma f of 2, so f of 2 would be 2 squared, which is 4, minus 4 times 2, so minus 8, and then plus 8. So 2, 4 is the vertex, just like we found here. And then, once you know the vertex, you can plug that into the vertex form of the equation, which would be, in this case, still f of x equals x minus 2 quantity squared plus 4. So either way you go about it, you get the same result.